When I turned around, he took off running into the house.
Okay.
Travis McMichael calling police days before the fatal encounter with Ahmaud Arbery, reporting that he sees a man in a house under construction in his neighborhood.
What did he look like?
It's a black male, red shirt, white shorts.
Are you okay?
Yeah. It just startled me. When I turned around and saw him and backed up, he reached into his pocket and ran into the house. So I don't know if he's armed or not.
Earlier, jurors heard an emergency call by defendant Gregory McMichael, reporting a suspicious person months before his son's call.
We just went up there and made contact with a real shady-looking fella. And, he, possibility he may be the one that's been breaking into all these automobiles out there tonight. Just wanted to make somebody aware there was somebody living under there.
The drama playing out as the defense portrays the defendants as responsible citizens in a community facing a spike in crime.
Except now that you know the facts and they made all this crap up, and Arbery didn't break into any houses, none at all. They lied and said that, he had broken into 4 or 5 None of that happened. That was all made up. It was all a lie. Then they concocted a story that said that, Arbery had stolen my son Travis's gun, which never happened, right? And that they had seen Arbery jogging many, many times in that neighborhood. In fact, they kept calling 911. Well, why didn't the police show up and arrest Arbery for breaking into all these houses? No, they wanted to have a day of hunting. And on the day that they killed Arbery, what they did was they got in their truck with guns, and Roddy Bryan, this other dude, he was on his porch and he saw them take off, and he got in his car and he went to hunt. Okay, so you had two cars chasing down this 25-year-old kid, chasing him while he jogged. They knew him. Everybody knew him. They'd seen him a million times. And they hit him with the truck. They hit him. And we know that because the truck is dented and there's DNA on the truck. And then they shoot him at close range. Like just like this Rittenhouse dude, like right there, in like 3 feet away with a long gun. Okay, they just get right in your face and shoot you. Okay, and then they concoct this story, and for 2 months there's no arrest. No one is arrested for the death of Arbery. No one. 2 months pass. 3 guys are responsible for hunting this kid in their cars, multiple cars, with multiple guns, and killing him, and nobody is arrested. And it's not until the video leaks online that America sees it and says, holy crap, it's happened again. An unarmed black man is running through a neighborhood that he always runs in, and this day, he doesn't make it out alive. And the people who kill him lie. They lie about what happened, and the police don't arrest anybody. They don't arrest anybody. They accuse him of stealing a gun. That didn't happen. They accuse him of breaking into 4 or 5 houses. That was bullcrap. They accuse, he wasn't out for no Sunday run. He was getting the hell out of there. But they know he jogs through the neighborhood. They know he does because they've seen him before jogging. You understand that this is like stuff we used to read about? This is stuff, there won't be any books, so we won't be able to read about this. But this is Jim Crow, segregation era, lynching territory that we're in now. And the 17-year-old white boy, he's allowed to poach people. He's allowed to do what he wants. But the black kid who's unarmed, who's simply jogging, which he does all the time through this neighborhood, everybody has seen him. I mean, everybody has seen him. He's up to no good. He's a burglar. He must be stopped. He must be killed. And, now the testimony is that he was trapped like a rat. Trapped like a rat. They were literally bragging in the police interview that they had trapped him like a rat with the cars because they thought he was a burglar. And they were going to do a citizen's arrest, but they never saw him do any crime, no crime, so they made crime up. They added a bunch of houses that were never broken into to the story, and they added a stolen gun that never was stolen. And of course, if you talk to the trolls online, they will tell you, well, it's not his neighborhood. He shouldn't be jogging there. And when you explain to them that this is the United States of America, you could jog anywhere you want, they say, oh, well, they'll tell me, I live in Hialeah. And if I go 2 miles outside of Hialeah, I'm not in my Spanish neighborhood anymore. I'm with the Jews. I swear to God, that's what the trolls tell me. But when it comes to Rittenhouse, who traveled 20 miles over state lines with a stolen gun, he's patrolling his neighborhood. He's doing the civic-minded thing. He's protecting his community.
I just watched about 15 minutes of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial where Kyle sat on the stand and described the violence that was committed against him by the lawless thugs who were trying to destroy his community. Think about what this says about our disgusting elite leadership in this country. This is an indictment of the prosecutor who did nothing to stop the violence in Kenosha, but is now trying to destroy Kyle Rittenhouse's life. This is a disgusting indictment of our president of the United States who called Kyle a white supremacist before the facts rolled in. This is an indictment of our social media companies who refused to let Kyle fund his own criminal defense on their platform, even though they actively supported the lawless rioters who were destroying American cities last summer. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us as patriots to stand up, because if we don't fight back against the lawlessness, if we don't defend this young boy who defended his community when no one else was doing it, it may very well be your baby boy that they come for. It'll be your children whose lives they try to destroy when no one else is defending their communities.
Your movies suck, JD. And you're not going to be the next senator from Ohio. Okay. So all of this is just, it's bat crap. I mean, it's literally excusing the inexcusable. It's literally saying that a 17-year-old who crossed state lines went 20 miles outside of Antioch, Illinois into Kenosha after seeing a volatile, a protest on the streets of Kenosha, believed that he had been hired by an adult to protect a used car lot in Kenosha. And to do that, he took his gun and drove 20 miles to protect his community. But Arbery, who was jogging 2 miles from his own house, that is not his community. He didn't belong there. And now he's dead. And too bad for him. They don't take kindly to strangers looking into empty cinder block open houses when everybody, I mean, there's so many people on videotape looking in that house, but they just don't look like Arbery. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.